back outside the RSPCA HQ again today because they have been exposed over and over and over about the cruelty and murder that they approve with their RSPCA assured label. There's been a recent expose from Animal Rising where they have exposed over 45 farms and found 280 breaches from the RSPCA. So we're out here putting pressure again on the RSPCA to take their assured label off animal products and stop lying to the public about what actually happens to animals.
The RSPCA, you have been exposed, not just once, but over and over. There's Pignorant showing what you approve on this sign. Gas chambers. The RSPCA approved gas chambers for 6-month-old pigs who burn from the inside out. And they even make money off their bodies in supermarkets. They are here for people who have good hearts, are being fooled by this animal welfare charity when they put the stamp of approval on. They are here for the compassionate people who want to do good for animals, who don't have a clue and have never had an opportunity to learn what is actually happening behind the wall you have created. I call this wall the spat wall. They spat nonsense and lies on this wall. And this wall is what they put at the front of the RSPCA. We love animals. We care for animals. We see that animals are individuals.
Have you ever seen that? No. You're right.
Hideous, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is hideous.
But behind this wall is the truth. And that is what animal rights activists have exposed. Animal Justice Project, Pignorant, has exposed it. Animal Rising have exposed hundreds of breaches that have been happening on multiple farms. It is time to show the public what is happening to the animals and show what the RSPCA approved. The RSPCA, you are traitors. And we will make sure that the public see everything you do. You cannot lie anymore.
I can see your point about protesting that the RSPCA put their stamp of approval on things which shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
It is not enough to take animal product meal plans off the website. We will not go away because you've done that. But what it does show is the pressure of animal rights activists. Your shields are down and we will not stop until you take this assured label off. Shame on the RSPCA!
I mean, that is very harrowing to watch. I really do hate to see animals suffer. Any sentient being treated like that. The RSPCA are a bunch of hypocrites, actually.
Yeah.
They're one of the richest organisations in the country.
Yeah. The RSPCA are one of the biggest charities that are supported by the public because they say they care for animals. They want to help animals from these hellholes, right? But the public don't even realise they're not supporting that by supporting the RSPCA. But you know who does stand by these ethos? Is us, animal rights activists. Stand by that ethos. We protect animals, we save animals, and we will never stop fighting until we have animal liberation. When I was younger, I loved the RSPCA. I would see them in town and say, thank you for being heroes to the animals who need you so much. But that's only because I was fooled by the adverts. They would show even farm animals singing on the TV from green fields. But they never show the murder. They never show the gas chambers. And we are here to show that to everybody who has been fooled. They need the opportunity to make the right choice. But how can they when an animal welfare charity is lying in their face, mugging them off? They mugged us all off. Shame on the RSPCA!
It is unbelievable that the RSPCA give any kind of approval to this, and whoever did it.
It's corrupt.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Shame on the RSPCA! You've sentenced so many animals to death because of your assured scheme. Take it off. Take the assured label off and actually show the public what's happening. Lead this movement. Lead the animal rights movement. And you will save billions and billions of beautiful individuals. Take it off!
How do you feel when you see that? Do you feel sad? Yeah. I think she got a bit emotional.
Let's see what the President, Chris Packham, has to say about the latest expose. So Chris says, I found the footage extraordinarily difficult to watch. I felt sick. Frankly, animal suffering is animal suffering no matter where it is. But when it's happening in your own backyard, when we should be in a position to guard against it, it hurts more. I cannot sleep easily as the president of the RSPCA, knowing that those pigs are out there in the dark, those chickens are in those sheds, and the salmon are swimming around with no eyes. That's Chris's words. Well, I hope he can't sleep, because every single person who stood outside the headquarters today, we don't sleep. And here's a message for you, we're not gonna sleep. The next time we go and sleep easy is the day the animals are given the same right to life as we all have. And I hope that he understands that we are in a position to guard against all this injustice that happens to the animals. And that's a really simple position. It's called living as a vegan. Someone who does not commodify animals. Someone who does not eat animals' bodies, drink animals' milk, eat animals' eggs, wear animals' skin, pay the animals to be tested on, pay the animals to entertain them whilst they run around in a circle until one of them falls, collapses and dies. Sounds pretty brutal, doesn't it? Sounds quite simple to be vegan, doesn't it? Same as it's simple for the RSPCA to remove that assured logo. It's not a logo of assurance, it's a signature on a death certificate. 45 farms, one night, over 280 criminal offences. They've only just started going through the footage. What else are they going to find? How many more farms have been exposed? You've got nowhere to go. This is your chance. RSPCA, drop RSPCA assured, leave them in the gutter where they belong, and be the police for animals. Why are we doing your job for you? Why are animal rights activists risking their lives in gas chambers? Why are animal rights activists crawling through farms up to their knees in mud and muck at 3 in the morning with cameras exposing these farms? Why aren't you doing it?
I found a picture in our back garden a few weeks ago that was injured.
Yeah.
You should take him to the RSPCA. They weren't interested. It couldn't fly. So we kept it, didn't we, in the garage.
Oh, did you?
Fed it bits of bread, and it did actually fly away. It got by a cat, and I thought that it had it, but no one was interested. You know, if you find an animal, whatever it is, in your garden that needs some help, it seems that all of these, well, certainly the RSPCA, they're not interested in that. To people to be kind to animals.
100%. You've got it. You've got it. So you took accountability that day for that pigeon who was hurt, and you said, I will take you in, I'm going to look after you, and that pigeon now flew away and can live their life because of you guys.
So. It's life, isn't it? I mean, it still has a right to life, everything does.
Just like these. And you were saying that us as people need to be the change, right? You can be that change for these animals. The moment we put a penny into these industries, we are saying, please do this again. Please keep killing them, because I like chicken, I like bacon. The moment we remove our money and say, no, I'm not paying for this, I'm against this, and live a lifestyle that doesn't do this to them, these industries will fall, because they're built on lies.
I don't care what your welfare guidelines have to say, because there's no welfare in a gas chamber, there's no welfare in a knock box, there's no welfare when your legs are hanging up in shackles waiting for a blade to cut your neck. And let's make sure that everybody knows this message is super clear. Vegan, nothing less. This is the baseline. We shouldn't aspire to be vegan. Vegan, nothing less. And the RSPCA should be one of the biggest pillars of that movement. They should be the bedrock that we are all born from. The protection of cruelty to animals. Protect them.
Do you know what lifestyle aligns with boycotting these industries?
No.
Have you heard of vegan?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
I think half the trouble is we're from babies, we've had meat shoved down our throats.
Yeah.
And you get used to it, and it's just the way you live.
Yeah.
I mean, I can remember my mum telling me that when I was a baby, she fed me sheep's brains. Can you? Brains.
Oh.
I mean, idiots.
Yeah.
I wouldn't touch something like that now. I mean, I'm not vegetarian.
Well, remember, vegetarians still pay for the dairy industry, where they kill the males, and also in the egg industry. I don't know if you know, but they blend up all the male chicks. Yeah. So that vegetarian still pay for this. So it's vegan is the baseline. Veganism is the least we can do is stop paying for it. But
Human beings do so much to cause harm to the animal industry, and yet we all go around saying, oh, we're an animal lover, oh, we've got a little dog, oh, we've got a little cat that we fuss over, and we shove cat food down its throat, which is meat which has probably come from unethical sources as well. The whole thing is, I mean, it is hypocritical, don't you think?
totally agree.
I mean, we've had animals and pets and that, and when you buy a tin of meat and open it, and you don't think, well, where's that come from?
Yeah.
To feed your rescue dog.
You're right.
I don't know what the answer is. To be a vegetarian, it's a step in the right direction, and then you may become a vegan as well.
So
You see, when you're conditioned and you eat animals and animals products, you're in a neutral position. You don't know. But once you know what happens to these animals, you're no longer neutral. You then are either against animal abuse, exploitation and murder, or you are pro animal abuse, exploitation and murder.
So I would say vegetarian isn't a step. It's because you're still paying for murder. Whether you eat animals or pay for milk, you're paying for murder here or here. Vegan is this side. Because if you're not vegan, you're the oppressor. That's what it is. So people think vegetarian is better, but actually it's no
I
different.
see your point about being vegan and the impact that has on these little chicks' lives and that. It's battery fine. It is horrible.
Yeah. Well, remember, this is all free range.
This
RSPCA.
is free crap.
Yeah, RSPCA organic. This is the standard, best standard.
Then, I wonder, I think that each and every one of you put in the position of any one of these animals in these slaughterhouses would be begging and screaming for any one of us to be stood here trying to spread the message, trying to show the plight they face, trying to get people to understand the violence they support when they purchase these things. I think your opinions would change very quickly.
And if you were in their position, say if you were this cow here, and if we were on the outside talking to someone who's currently oppressing them, or the guy with the gun, what would you want someone to do? Would you want them to go vegan and stop straight away? Or would you want them to go, oh, you can kill me today, maybe like my brother or sister next week and reduce? Or would you want them to say, no, we need to stop right now?
I suppose my natural inclination would say stop right now.
Yeah.
Just stop, don't do that. It's not horrible.
Yeah.
Just
Because it's an injustice, right? It is horrible. I think you're really brave to watch this and to also let your son.
I've been thinking about becoming certainly vegetarian for a while. The vegan thing, I hadn't realised the impact of dairy produce. I hadn't realised that. But I've been thinking about vegetarian for a while because.
And is that for the animals' sake?
Yeah. What's FUR mean?
A fur. So it's the fur industry.
fur.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So vegans are people who literally have your morals. You're against the abuse and exploitation of animals. You don't like it. We just align our actions with our morals. So you don't change as a person. You can still eat all the things you did before, but the vegan option, and just not pay for the victims. So actually, it's I found it liberating.
Oh, I see.
Down, yeah. So like for pillows, Canada Goose jackets.
I mean, ever since human beings have been in existence, we have abused animals and exploited them for our own selves, haven't we?
Yeah. Yeah, pure greed. Yeah, we have. But we can stop that, right? We can take individual accountability, and you have the power right this second to either
that's-
continue or to
Yeah,
stop.
I know, I do. Oh, I've got the little chicks.
This is the egg industry.
Look at that egg.
But remember, this is, they all come
the
from.
male, they don't want them in chicks.
So anytime you pay for eggs, you're saying do it.
Look at that egg. Isn't that hideous?
Even backyard eggs, even free range, local, they had to buy these hens from a factory where they do this. They sort them between male and female, and the males all get put into a blender. So you cannot avoid it. The whole time we see animals as a product and a use for us, they will always be used and exploited. You can make that change right now, and you can be an influence to your family.
Over 300 to 400 animals a year saved by one person going vegan.
I'll tell you this, right, from my honest heart, if my dad went vegan when I was younger and brought me up vegan, I would be so grateful. I honestly would, because,
Your dad had.
but it hurts me to know that I actually paid for this and no one told me. No one gave me the opportunity to stop because I had no idea. I saw the adverts, green grass, cows, eggs, free range, they have a little basket, pick the eggs up. I had absolutely no clue. But you now know. You now have the opportunity to teach your children and your family, this is what happens, guys, and this is why I'm vegan, because I'm against this. The strong protect the others, right?
I
Yeah.
can't watch much more, to be quite honest with you. I find it very harrowing.
If we can't watch it, do you think that's a good indication that we shouldn't pay for it?
No, we shouldn't. I totally agree with you. I wouldn't. Anyway,
Can I give you a card? Because I
course,
think
Annie.
I think you're worth giving this card to. Take this. These are all links and things that you can go to, but Challenge 22 is a site you can sign up to for free, and you can get a mentor to help you. But any questions you have, say with like bringing up children or anything like that, there's just some information there for you to have a look at.
yeah,
I really, really appreciate you stopping and talking.
thank you for
Hope you're
explaining
okay.
it to me, and very sad by the way, I can't watch it anymore.
I understand.
Nice to meet you.
And you as well.
Right,
What was your
look,
name?
It's Simon.
Simon, nice to meet you. What was your name? Oh, lovely to meet you. Have a lovely day, guys. See you later.
This is your chance. We're watching you. If you're not going to step up, we will.